Hey everybody, 5thHorseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and I don't know if you can tell, but I fixed the problem. It was with me, not with the mod. I tried to be clever, and I set this to be my root part, thinking that this thing was going to build from the root part out, but no. It expects this to be your root part, your control pod, just like a normal rocket would be, and it tries to build it from the bottom up. So it was building it, I think, into the ship like this, and it was causing all kinds of problems. So I have built a recycler. Actually, I have two of them. This is a bad one, and this is a good one. The thing is, yeah, it did take some rocket parts to build it, which is good. The bad one doesn't have any... actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer his rocket parts back into this thing. He's also got some monopropellant that I don't want him to have anymore. So I'm just going to put it in this guy's monopropellant container here. Because this guy won't work because he doesn't have any solar panels. So as soon as he undocks from this thing, I barely got him over here and docked before he ran out of power. Which is bad. So I have taken away all his monopropellant and all of his goodies, and I'm now undocking him, and I'm actually going to switch to him, and I'm going to disable... Oh, there you go, inactive, that's important. Okay, now we're going back to the station. Now I'm going to undock this guy. Oh, and I need to do it from here. Release. Okay, now this guy is my active ship, and he has electric charge because he has solar panels. Everything on this guy is done with RCS. So let's turn on his computer. That's why it's the short-range recycler. We're going to activate his recycle bin, and we are going to recycle something. Now I gotta make sure I don't accidentally bump this into my space station. Let's go into chase mode, shall we? So we can actually control this guy the way we would expect to. It is of critical importance that we never bump into our space station with this guy, because he will delete the entire thing if he ever bumps into it. But all he has to do is get a piece of this thing into his recycling bin, and it should vanish. And it only works if... It's a lot harder to control than I thought it would be. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this again. Let's aim at that. Hey, and we just got it. And we just filled up our bin with recycling parts. And we've used up 10% of our monopropellant. So I don't think this recycler is a good idea either. Let's deactivate the recycler. Let's find a docking port here. Set as target. Control from here. Whoops. Control from here. There we go. Oh, because it can change my... Something is wrong. Oh, I'm using my translation controls instead of my turning controls. That's what's wrong. Because I'm so good at this game. Okay, where is that docking port? Yeah, this is actually a lot harder to control than I thought it would be. I thought it would be really easy to control something that only worked with RCS. I guess it's not really hard to control, it's just different than I'm used to. There we go. Okay. I think I'm gonna delete that guy too. I need something with more fuel to do anything. I mean, I called it short-range recycler, but it's an extremely short-range recycler. It can barely do anything. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the monopropellant back in this guy. The problem here is I don't like the way I'm pulling stuff up from the surface. I'm pulling up ore and then filling these tanks with it. And really what I should be doing is filling up these rocket part containers. So I need to build... What I need to do is I need to build a something like these to store it on the surface. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually recycle these and then just have rocket part containers up here. And then I'm going to rebuild this ship to have to only bring up rocket parts. And rocket parts are really light, so I'm gonna try to make something that holds 7 containers around it. And then I will be able to pull those up, and they should actually be a lot lighter than, well, not a lot, but quite a bit lighter than this current vessel. So I'm going to do all that. I'm going to design these ships, and then I'm going to try to build them all up here in orbit, which should be interesting. So I'll be back when I have them designed, and I'm ready to go. Okay, we're back. I have figured out what I need, and what I need is more rocket parts. I need almost 9,000 rocket parts to build the ship that will send rocket parts down to the thing. So I need more rocket parts storage because I've used it all up. So the first thing I'm going to build is more rocket part storage. So let's go ahead and select our craft that we want to do. I don't remember what I called it, because for you it's only been seconds. For me it has been quite a while here. 2 tank rocket parts. There it is. Let's go ahead and load this guy. He's going to cost... Yeah, we don't want to put rocket parts in him, although it doesn't really matter. But he is going to cost $33.60 to build, which seems like a lot, considering what it is. But let's go ahead and build him. And that's it. I should have F5 to save. But it's 2 rocket part holders with, what do you call them? Things on each end. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to disconnect. Let's see, this guy has plenty of fuel. I think we're going to use this guy here. And I'm gonna fiddle with these pumps because I need to get monopropellant in this guy, and yeah, it looks like all the monopropellant has been used. Now he has tons of monopropellant. Okay, I have gotten monopropellant in this guy. We've turned our RCS and our computer on. I think we're just gonna slide him sideways. Let's see what sideways actually is here. Go into chase mode. Sideways is up and down, so let's go up or up this way. Whichever way is actually up. And we're just gonna translate him up here. And I'm gonna grab this thing before I disconnect it. And I'm hoping that doesn't screw anything up. Let's go ahead and speed time up here. Okay. Well, we're a lot farther over than I thought we would be. Let's go ahead and set that as our target and control from here. Boom! Done. Okay, I'm going to hit F5 here, because the last thing I want is this to explode when I release it here. Okay. Now let's go back to this guy. And he's got to bring this guy around and connect it here, which I have a feeling is going to be kind of difficult. But I'm up for trying if you are. Let's go ahead and rotate that. Yeah, see, because I can't really translate very well anymore. Actually, there we go. So let's set, this is our target. Control from here. Now we're just going to aim ourselves at our target. Oh, and good. I was hoping the sun would set so that we couldn't see what we were doing. There we go. I'm basically doing this on instruments the way I did before, with the added problem that turning with these guys is a bad idea. There we go. Okay, we're kind of heading in the right direction. Turning off RCS, turning off the computer, and just letting the docking port do its trick. Okay. Whew. Now, this guy... Yeah, I figured out the fuel pumps too. I tell you what, during this long night, I am going to fix my fuel pumps, and then I'll explain to you when I get back what I did. Okay, we're back. I have set up my fuel tanks here. The way it needs to work is this guy has to be pump level of 6. Actually, he doesn't have to be 6 in particular, but he has to be the lowest. That way, when this guy docks with him, when he's set to 7, he's going to unload all of his fuel into the space station, which this guy is the guy who lifts fuel up from the surface. Then this guy, I set his guys to 6 as well, so he's equal with the station. So the station will fill him up when he gets to it. And actually, I could make them 5, really, is probably what they should be, but not a big deal. And then what I'm going to do is on the ground station, I'm going to make the ground station equal to 8. That way, when he docks with the ground station, it will automatically pump fuel into him. But we currently don't need to worry about fuel right now. What we need to worry about is ore, because we need about 8,000, maybe almost 9,000 rocket parts. And we currently only have 2478. So, our job 1 is to land at the... Let's see, where is it? There's Elroy. Refueling, and... Yeah, this is... Why is it called refueling station? If it's an ore thing. And it looks like the sun is setting, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, this is him. He is... not telling me anything. Oh, I know why. Because I was controlling the Sepratron. Yeah, it's full of ore. So I'm gonna plan to come down on this guy as soon as the sun rises. Which, sadly, is an entire Minmus day away, because the sun just set. So let's scan for more ore, shall we? Okay, we're coming back. The sun is rising, and the satellite's going to come over and get a little bit better pass here. So I'm hoping to find a couple more ore deposits, or at least, okay, there's a pretty good chance that both of these are ore deposits. But the sun is basically rising, so I think we can abandon this guy. Oops. We can abandon this guy and turn off the grid and go back to our station here. And it looks like actually now's a good time to start our descent burn. So I think we're going to do all of that at the same time here. Okay, this is the guy who's going. Sorry about it being dark again. That's just the way it works. We need to decouple, undock. There we go. Switch over to him. And we are in orbit, so we need to turn ourselves around. We need to turn our computer on, so we... Getting away from the space station here before we do any big burns. Still haven't learned to put lights on anything yet. But there is our burn. Looks like we can just do it here. So if we were to bird retrograde right now and south. So there's retrograde and yeah, that's south. Go farther south. I definitely need to rename that. It's a horrible name. Refueling Station 1 Lander. Not even close. Okay. I think we're basically far enough south. Not quite. Let's turn a little bit more like that, and a little bit more retrograde. There we go. Looks pretty good. And what is it going to take to stop here? 44 seconds, which probably isn't even 44 seconds because of the fact that we're... really? Still no Kerbal Engineer? I'm still not... I don't know exactly under what circumstances Kerbal Engineer does and does not show up. It's basically confusing to me. But anyway, so yeah, it's in 16 minutes. We've got a maneuver node now, so we can actually aim at it. And let's see. I guess we're going this way. Once we hit the alarm... Oh, look at that. I will hit F5 to quick save. And then we'll zoom in to about a minute before. And it looks like it is about 45 seconds, so... Actually, I'm just going to set that as my target. Kill the maneuver node because it's not really going to help all that much. I think I got to do a lot of this from map mode. Sadly. Yeah, it's really hard to judge these things. But what you gonna do? Looks like that's gonna drop me right on top of it. It's a lot easier than bringing down a whole station and everything. That's for sure. And to be honest, kind of refreshing. Once we get really close, I'm going to zero my velocity, and then I will just bring myself within 500 meters of it. Close to the ground, that is. Shadows play tricks on you this early in the morning. Go. Oh, should probably be in chase mode. Or at least know what chase mode is. It is... garbage. So, yeah, this is to the left. And this is tilting back. Basically the opposite of what I feel is correct. I had to go into panic mode there. Okay, we gotta stop our velocity. Okay, we're within 50 meters. So now I'm just slowing myself down. Ideally to 0. And -1. Come in for a landing. Computer off. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now let's get ourselves hooked up and be on our merry way here. I think what we're going to do here, Rob, is you are going to grab one of these. Because we're going to want one of these out here anyway, and then this will kind of give us a target to to land near next time. Let's go ahead and attach it right there. That looks good to me. Okay, oh, let's go ahead and hit F5. And we're going to link this. Oh, are you serious? I made it too far away. There you go. Okay, now grab a couple, one of more of these. Get the other one. So attach it right there, and why? Why don't I save before doing that? Oh, the Kraken. At least it didn't destroy my ship. Okay, let's try this again. That's why we brought extra pipe joints. I could restore for the quick save right before I landed, or right after I landed, but no. Okay, I'm going to drop this. Then I'm going to quick save. Now I'm going to grab it. Now I'm going to attach it. There we go. Then we're going to link it. Yeah. And link it. Yay. Okay, back in your house. Try to knock that thing off, too. Perfect. I don't know why I didn't want it on your house, but it didn't. Okay, now he's filling up with ore, which is sweet, but we don't actually care about that as much as we care about transferring the ore. And we're done. Okay, so now, Bob, get out. Might as well take your turn. Unlink. Grab. We're going to plop this one down here just for next time. And back to the station. According to chase mode. Yeah, see, the problem, there we go. According to chase mode, so north is that way. So east, which is 90, is directly over the space, or the thing there. So we are going to launch like this. Okay, I guess it's directly away from. Get a little bit of distance before we burn out the station. It's probably fine. And we're heading back into the sky. Okay, our station is just past us at 24. So we're going to get up to 10. We're going to do basically the same thing we did last time, which is get into orbit, and then, although we have to do it for map mode, like animals. Okay, we are doing our approach here. Got a pretty decent sub half a kilometer pass, which, if I may say so myself, is not too shabby. Just killing out my lateral velocity here. Heading at it at about less than a meter per 10 meters per second, or less than a meter per second, I should say. Now let's switch over to the station itself. We've got to open up a docking port. I guess the only docking port that's free right now is this one. So let's control from there. Where's our ship? It's right there. So let's get ourselves aimed at him. Wish the station wasn't so wobbly. But what are you going to do? Just wobble, 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 wobble. Okay. That works for me. Now, let's control from here. Set him as the target. I don't see any particular reason to be in a hurry. Especially because we can time warp. When he gets about 150 away. See, here's where lights would be awesome. But set that as the target. Turn our RCS on, and now we all know how this works. And we're basically doing this on instruments. I don't see any reason to do it any other way. I slowed my craft down a little bit so that I had time to make the correction. I actually would like to be going about a half a meter per second anyway. Let's get ourselves There we go. Okay. Should be perfect. Heading right at him. Nice and slow, not in any hurry. And like a glove. Nicely done. Okay, and he should be already filling up with fuel. Look at that. His fuel already filled up. And now we need to convert this ore into metals and rocket parts. So this is going to start converting his ore into metal. And this is going to start converting his metal into rocket parts. So ideally, these rocket parts, the metal's going somewhere, and rocket parts are going up. Okay, yes, I can actually see it on here. So, when this gets to 8,000, I'll be able to build the next thing on the list. So I will be back when that happens. Well, I went back in the VAB and I checked my ship out, and I found out that I actually need 1,536 rocket parts in order to build it. So, and I don't even have that much room on my station now. I do have plenty of ore, so I just need more rocket part storage is what I need. So I'm going to build another one of these. These things hold almost 3,000 each, so 2 of these is going to hold over 5,000 easily. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to hit F5, as we always do before we do anything like this. We are going to build the 2 tank rocket parts. And we do not want to load rocket parts into them, although it doesn't really matter, to be honest. So let's go ahead and build that. Wham! Okay, now, tell you what, we can lit. Yeah, see, now we need to wait for these to convert. But actually, what we can do here is we can use this guy. He needs some monopropellant in him, though. I'm so confused. Where did the monopropellant go? Nowhere else on the station is there monopropellant storage. Okay, mystery solved. It was in the crew, whatever you want to call them, the Crew containers have monopropellant storage in them, although this mod does not allow you to... it doesn't allow you to balance it with the crew containers, so it was just balancing into them, and then there was nothing I could do after that. So we're going to balance yes, and balance yes. Not that it matters that much, but now our monopropellant is balanced. So now we need to go out and get this. And basically we need to do it to this guy what we did before, which is hook him on here. You've seen me do it before, so I'm not going to make you watch it again. I will be back when it's connected. Okay, I got it. It was made a little bit harder by the fact that I almost ran out of monopropellant, and the fact that these were full when I was doing all that. So that was really fun. But what are you going to do? Okay, we now have enough stuff to build the thing I wanted to build. So let's hit F5. And now you get to see what I wanted to build, assuming it doesn't explode. And I called it Rocket Ship. It doesn't need all that monopropellant, so I'm not going to give it all that monopropellant. In fact, I'm not going to give it any. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Okay, here's what it is. We've got the big Cathane refinery stuff, which actually will do both rocket parts and metal. We've got a little metal bin here, which isn't that big, but it doesn't need to be. And then all of these, this is going to be the ship that brings up rocket parts. It's going to bring up 7 of these per run, which is, I figured, I actually tested all this stuff. This little metal can is going to fill all of these with rocket parts, and even though they're huge like this, it still weighs less. So it's better to bring up the rocket parts than the metal, and it's definitely better than taking up the ore. Okay, I've disconnected this thing, and I realized that nobody's in it. So I need to get whoever is in this lander can. Come on, there we go. Crew hatch. Bob, come on out. And we're going to let go. Get your RCS action on. And we're going to do this landing without RCS on the ground. Sadly, it's just the way it's going to work. But Bob's a professional. He knows what he's doing. So he's got no problem with that. So now we need to aim a retrograde. Probably should turn the computer on. Make sure by aiming retrograde we're not also aiming at the base. We are not. Where is our refinery? It is still daytime at the refinery. It is south of us. So if we burn north right now, then we'll have a good thing. Sadly, I'm aiming south when I want to aim north. Should make sure while I'm doing all this flipping around that we're not banging into the space station here. Okay, it looks like we can... I just realized that the staging is wrong on this thing. But I can activate these guys manually. And yeah, we can just burn north because there's nothing in front of us, nothing behind us. So let's go back to map mode. Let's burn north to get our trajectory here going south. And that looks fairly good. A little bit farther. Perfect. Okay, now when we get around the dark side here, we are going to put in a maneuver node to slow down. And, oh yes, I did. I was like, did I forget solar panels? But I did not. It's also got a pretty big battery on it. So we're going to open up these solar panels so he doesn't run out of electric charge. And then we are going to fast forward to this maneuver node. We're going to be coming in low over these mountains. And then right when we get to periapsis, it looks like we can just start burning. Sadly, I don't want to come in any lower because we're going to crash into those mountains. So right at periapsis here, though, we will... we'll do a maneuver here that'll drop us right like that. Okay, we're coming in low over the mountains here. As soon as we crest this, it's a little bit lower than I usually like to be. Let's go ahead and let's hit F5 in case we have to do any last minute not crashing. Let's go ahead and put our landing gear down. Yeah, this hill is the only one that really scares me as far as hitting. Oh man, I am not confident that we're not going to hit. I am not confident at all. Okay, there we go. A little crazy. Yeah, I can't really do that. That's not a thing we can do here. And yeah, look at it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we've got to do this out here, though. Close the alarm and unpause. Okay. Now that's 2 minutes away. And it's aimed in a completely different direction. That was pretty awesome, though. So let's go back up to speeding here. Now we're in no trouble. This is easy compared to that. That was a bit iffy there. Our engines are disturbingly high on the overheat scale, but they have leveled off there, so I'm going to call that good. I like this design better than having them on the what you call it, on the let's see how we look here. Not really landing anywhere near it. See, I want to be aiming south as well. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we can get ourselves aimed. Yeah, that looks really good. We don't have to be very near it because this is going to be the new station. Actually, it's not going to be the new station. What am I thinking? We have to be within 50 meters of it. So, yay for that. So, I'll tell you what, let's just get up that vertical velocity control right now because you know we're going to need it. But yeah, this just looks better, having them actually attached to something on the ship rather than attached to those girders and crap like that. Go ahead and get ourselves under 3,000 meters. I'm going to kind of do what I did before, which is come in for a hover. Looks like actually I might have accidentally given myself a little bit of upward action there. Not much I can do about it now, but looks like we're coming down okay. But yeah, the idea is to come down, hover close to the station, get myself situated nicely, and then drop this thing, which should land on these legs fine as long as I don't drop it from too high. Tell you what, before I can't quick save, I'm going to quick save right here, just so I don't have to redo all this if it falls on its side. Just slowly bringing myself down. Nice controlled descent. We got plenty of fuel. Okay, now I'm going to actually get myself heading towards this guy a little bit. Oops, wrong way, wrong way. Should really have this guy turned around so that I'm aiming it the way that I think I am. There we go. Ah. If I have to use a pylon, I will, but I kind of don't want to. Okay. Stop my horizontal movement here. Oh my. Don't come down on the solar panels. Okay. I think this is the best we can really hope to accomplish here. Whew. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over and land on the other side, the same landing spot I had before. And touchdown. Whew. Textbook landing. That's Bill for you. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to hook that thing up. Yeah, we gotta take care of the debris in here. Rob, go ahead and get stuff going here. You know the drill. You need to get this pylon here. And well, you've seen this before, so I'm going to hook these things up, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, well, we have a slight problem that is easily fixable. Before, when that pipe joint connector blew up, it left me with only 7 pipe joints. And sure enough, this thing was about 55 meters away from this thing, so it couldn't. So a single pipe couldn't reach across, and I had to use this. But that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pipe joints I need, and I only have 7. So I took one from here. I brought it over here to get this connected, but now I got to bring the ship a little bit closer so that we can hook the pipe directly from this guy to this guy. So I am hitting F5 to quick save, and I'm going to just get this guy off the ground, and then I'm going to 0 his velocity, and then I'm just going to tilt it ever so slightly. That's funny. Oh, it says I'm overpitched? Okay, fine. I'll do it by hand here. Okay, is that going to be close enough? No. Okay, so we got to do it a little bit more. Okay, that's got to be close enough. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay. Bob, do your thing. Just apparently your thing is jumping all the way down from the top. Yeah, like a man. Okay, we're gonna hit F5 to save, I think. There we go. F5 to quick save. There we go. Let's go ahead and we need to unlink this pipe. Not the pylon. Unlink. Then grab. Then attach. Then link. Be ready to restore from a save here. Don't get caught in that drill. And link. Hey, nothing exploded. Okay, back in your ship. And now we can activate a rocket parts converter. And now we've got metal here. Converting to rocket parts. Awesome. Okay, now we're just going to wait for the rocket parts to completely fill up. And we will be on our merry way. So when those, let's see, where is it? I guess it's RP here. When this is all the way up to 19 blah, blah, blah. Then I will be back, and tell you what, I'm actually going to leave it here, because I've been playing for quite a long time. This is probably going to at least be 2 episodes. But I'm going to count this as a successful mission. So at the beginning of next episode, I am going to unlock a new tech tree, assuming I have the tech for it. And I'm also going to clean up all this crap laying around, because these guys obviously like their workspace to be a little cleaner than it currently is. But yeah, so we're making rocket parts. We're going to be building spaceships. I'm pretty excited. I also need to clean up my space station a little bit. And other than that, though, everything is going quite well. I'm pretty happy. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I am 5th Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.